Alright, everybody, welcome back. We're heading into our next week of trading starting April 14th, 2025. And today we're going to talk about Tesla and how it's looking up to this point. Okay, so we got to go. So looking at our Tesla chart, as we can see, still trading sideways. This is our bar on Friday that closed out on Friday. And it closed as a doji. Now, if you followed me for some time now, you know that doji basically represents an indecision. Or it's just kind of like they're like, we're not really sure what we're trying to do here. But because of where this doji is sitting at, alright, this support level, it's currently being the support level based on how how our candlesticks have been closing around it. Okay, as you see, we keep getting these candlesticks in this area. Rejected here. Pushed through, even gapped up through here. Pushed up, ran into some resistance here, came back down, found some support. And then went back up, got rejected again in our major moving averages here overhead, acting as resistance. Then it pushed back down. This time it pushed a whole full bar through and closed below it, and then opened up even lower. Okay, then pushed back up, retested here, and then opened up way down here and put in this huge bar. And this huge bar was based on news that the tariffs were going to be shut down. Or, we got a 90-day pause on tariffs. But then actually at the end of the day, they came back and going into the next day and said, well, it's a 90-day pause, but we're not taking anything off China, and we're not taking anything off Canada, and we're still going to charge everyone 10%. So at that point, instead of all this volume coming in and all the happiness happening here, we kind of got a little bit of a pause because we're like, okay, we still got 10%, so how is 10% going to affect us? And so we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out as the days come to follow. If 10% is enough to keep us selling off, or is 10% enough to keep us just trading sideways? Or is 10% enough for us to feel happy and want to push higher? But we know that it only got 90 days of 10%, and then we're back to, full on brunt of tariffs. So how investors want to react in this area is the curious part. And they're still hanging on because we couldn't get a sell-off. We didn't lose this bar. They didn't buy it in and sell it. They bought it and held it. And it just got a little bit of a pullback to the support area. But there wasn't enough of a sell-off in order to take it all back. So we got this support area that seems to be helping out. And the other thing about this particular bar is if we take our quadrant lines and we put it here at the bottom of that bar and at the top of that bar, top of that bar, right, we know we're at about the 50% there. See that 50%? If you can see that, let me see. Make that a little bit more clearer for you. That's not clearer for you. Let's see, let's do 30 days in an hour. Alright. If you look here, you can see our 50%. Okay, we're sitting about that 50% on Tesla. That's the hourly chart, 30 days in an hour. Okay, and you can see that 50% got rejected there, and it pushed through and it came back, and then it's trying to find some support in that area. Alright. A little lower than 50% here, but we got double bottoms, triple bottoms. Alright. So I didn't want to get any lower than $245. Okay, so we know we're good at about 245, and now it's starting to push higher again. So on Tesla, we know we have this rejection area at 274. So that's where we're looking to get back to. We're looking to get back to retest this 274. Alright, and higher. Monstrous bar here that kind of saved us as we thought we were falling into the abyss, but can't really do much from there. We'll see what happens. Just kind of trading sideways. You see our 20-day went flat, and our 8 and 9 is still pointing down. But, right now we're just kind of going flat in here. So we'll see what happens on Monday when we open up. Are we going to take off and go higher, or what? But for sure, I don't really have a lot more for you with Tesla, because Tesla is known to do what it's going to do, and what we need is just more news that good things are happening. That they're really starting to take more of an interest in the product being built and sold, and making people happy about it. All that craziness going on with people, burning them and damaging them, and that's just stupid stuff. And I don't know who's getting people riled up to do that, but or if they're just doing it on their own. Those copycats or whatever. I mean, you already got a lot of pyros out there anyway, so that I don't know what's causing people to want to go out and destroy private property and damage other people's goods. That's not the way things should be done. If you have a problem with a particular company, you don't just go out and start burning them up and blowing them up and whatever you're thinking. It's not okay. All right, you need to be more of a conscious human being than that. Okay. So people work hard for their property, and they don't deserve you to go out and just destroy it just because you have a feeling, because you're feeling a certain way about a thing. Alright, that's all I got. Thanks. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be careful out there. These markets are crazy.